For the vast majority of human history, creating fire was a basic necessity. But today, do you know how to do it? Imagine this. You're out in the woods with your friends. Together, you've compiled enough wood, but none of you thought to bring matches or a lighter. Here's how to start a fire the traditional way, and the scientific principles behind the process. What is fire? Fire is a chemical process. When you watch a campfire, you're essentially witnessing an ongoing reaction known as combustion. A burnable fuel, in your case wood, is reacting with oxygen. Heat is needed for the reaction to take place. These three elements are referred to as the fire triangle. What do you need to start a campfire? Luckily, oxygen is easily accessible in the air. Wood is the most common fuel source, but it doesn't burn so easily, so before you think about lighting the fire, start by collecting tinder and small branches. Tinder is easily flammable material like dry grass. Your branches should be thin enough to catch the small flames of the tinder, but thick enough to burn a while and light up the larger pieces of wood. Additionally, look for 2 pieces of wood, a flat piece to be used as a fireboard and a thin wooden stick. Now that you have it all together, how can heat be added? How to create sufficient heat to light up your campfire? Friction is a great way to produce heat. By rubbing 2 rough items together, the resisting forces of the material cause thermal energy, known as heat. The smaller the touching surface of your 2 materials, the more concentrated the force and the more heat you create. Spin the stick between your hands and press it downwards on the board. You should apply as much force as you can to maximize the friction and the resulting heat. Once the board is sufficiently heated, a coal should form. That is a small glowing piece which you can break off your board. Carefully move the coal to your tinder. The first small flames should now form. Place the small branches next to the tinder so that they catch the flames and burn stably enough to alight the bigger wood piles, which will burn for hours. Conclusion. So let's summarize what you've learned. Fire is a chemical reaction between fuel and oxygen. To start the reaction, you must add heat. One way to create heat is friction between 2 pieces of wood. The smaller the burning material, the easier it catches the fire, the thicker it is, the longer it burns. So next time you want to have a campfire with your friends, try using this technique to create a fire the traditional way. At the end of the day, what matters most is the warmth it provides to those around it.